The title of this lecture is The Capitalist Takeover of Public Schools in America. It's happening all over the United States. 2 counties in Colorado, 2 of the major population centers of Colorado, have been taken over by free market fundamentalists. And what they do is they sell themselves in order to be elected that they are for choice. They think there should be choice in their schools. They want to reform a system. They want our students to get a better education. They're advanced. They want to set the model for the entire United States. And so what they have done in the county in which I live, Douglas County, 4 of these free market fundamentalists took over the school board and began to make changes. They made little changes, but they were saving money because as free market fundamentalists, they want to make sure people are paying, and they want to consider the bottom line and make a profit. So you cannot catch a bus to go to school now free. You have to put 50 cents up in order to go to the school. And this is quite a burden on moderate families. I know of single mothers who are having a hard time because they have 3 children. Each has to come up with that money going and coming 5 days a week, 20 days a month, and on throughout the school year, and it's a burden. But the free market fundamentalists are saving money. They are paying their way. They believe that you have to work and that everybody should be contributing and make a profit. So they've taken over the school board, and I've watched it. They say they want a meritocracy, which is another one of their buzzwords, that they're not going to just give experienced teachers a raise. They're going to wait and see who is really teaching good. It sounds good, doesn't it? And so they have given, they won't give raises unless you are in one of the 6 best teachers, say in a grade school, a junior high school. And the principal decides. There's no voting by the students' parents. The principal decides. And one principal rebelled and turned in 24 teachers as being worthy of a raise. And the school board said, no, 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 you can't do that. She said, these are excellent teachers. No, 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 you can't do that. You're only allowed 6 or 7. And so you've got to get it down. She quit and left the school system, as have 200 experienced teachers in this area. They cannot stand being treated like hired hands without any professional respect. And so they have left. That's one of the consequences. I'm getting ahead of myself on the scalpel. And so you get other school systems, like in downtown Denver. They are, and in Cherry Creek is another school district, they are benefiting by giving these experienced teachers a job. So you're seeing teachers from our area go into Denver, be paid more, be respected, and do a better job of teaching so that Denver kids are doing better on the tests. Choice means that the school board helps out charter schools. And these charter schools are run by private people, but the school board does own the school building. And the charter schools, while I do think in some urban areas charter schools are valuable, I do not see it in a very wealthy suburb like this, where we were ranked in the top 3 every year of school systems in the state of Colorado. And our graduation rate and our college rate was very good. But in the charter schools, one of the funny things that happens is they have to wear uniforms, and they also message goes home to their parents to bring Kleenex and paper towels and art supplies because the school board is saving money. And they're ending up the year with $64 million or more because they're not willing to buy the art supplies, for instance. When I saw these people were running for the school board, I talked to a high school art teacher who was a leader, an excellent lady, excellent teacher. And I said, you better get all your friends to vote against those people because they're going to devalue art. She said, Frank, you're exaggerating. They'll be okay. Well, they devalued art. And she had to begin campaigns to collect gifts of art supplies and money so that her students would have stuff to create on. Now there's a consequence. When you knock creativity and art, you're knocking creativity. That expands even to the invention or the development of software or games. You're fighting against creativity. It's not a good idea. Well, they also insisted that 500 children would receive $4,600 each on their tuition to go to private schools. The consequence for my wife and I is that part of our property taxes is going to these kids who are going, most of these private schools are religious. So here we are funding part of the bill for kids to learn that the earth is flat, to learn that evolution is a myth, it's a theory. They don't understand what theory means in science. That the world is run in a religious way. I don't agree with that, but the consequence for me is they do it. And luckily the ACLU is taking that to the state Supreme Court, and they will go as far as the Supreme Court because this is a violation of church and state in the very Constitution of the state of Colorado. Well, the major assumption that they make, and here again I go to the 5 things of the SCALPEL, their assumption is that the free market should run public schools. Do the people that got on the public school board? No education? No. But they know the bottom line. They know the profit motive. They believe in that work is a solution and that people should pay their way. And so they go on with a strange philosophy that enters into the field of education. Well, I could continue on this because the 21st century reality, my final point, demands very creative people, demands people who are willing to grow, demands people who are progressive, demands people who are willing to make changes all their lives because everything changes because of technology and will continue to change. But we need to have people and students coming out of our schools who are flexible and who can be people who deal with the complexity of the world and are not tied to a fundamentalist ideology. It makes me sad, but it's what's happening not only in 2 counties in Colorado, but they are pushing it all over the United States. And they get on the boards quite surreptitiously, sneakily. They say choice, they say meritocracy, and then they get on the boards and they try and turn it into a free market fundamentalist ideology. And I'm just going to end again with 3 words. That is wrong.